Hey, how's it going everyone? It is Only here, welcome back to another video. Of course, as always, I guess since it's like middle of July now and we have quite a cool second half of the year in terms of games to look forward to, I figured I'd take the time to just go over the games after E3, just what I'm feeling like here, and just kind of go over like 5 games that are probably my most anticipated games. Now, yeah, these are games that are going to be ranked in order, so number 1 will be the highest, but to be honest, a lot of this list isn't really too concrete. A lot of these can be moved around, but I will say, yeah, it is ranked in order. Before I get into the list, I want to say that Control, Astral Chain, and Fire Emblem Three Houses are both games that I want to put on my list, but ultimately didn't end up fitting, so yeah, those are going to be my honorable mentions, and yeah, without further ado, let's go into number 5. So yeah, number 5 feels kind of funny because I've been talking about this game quite a bit on my channel since it's been announced, and that's just completely by accident. It's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah, I mean, it's Star Wars, and that's the funny part about it. I'm actually looking forward to it. I've kind of hit a lot of Star Wars fatigue ever since they've been kind of getting movies out every single year, and ultimately, you know, you see the IP everywhere, but Respawn, they're doing a really cool campaign with this game. So far, of all the footage we've seen, I liked what I've seen. You know, there's going to be a bit of Metroidvania in there, and how you explore the planets and coming back, and just ultimately how the environments are just kind of moved around. Of course, I've always talked about in like every single video, the combat is still like a thing I'm concerned about. I'm not going to talk about it too much here, but yeah, I just know at the end of the day that Jedi Fallen Order is going to be taking the Star Wars IP in a direction that I want to see it go in. It gives me kind of like those hints from the Amy Hennig game that I was like always hopeful about, as well as just, I know Respawn's going to deliver a great campaign coming off of Titanfall 2, and just, yeah. I want to say I'm completely like, you know, in faith with Respawn, but I'm pretty confident in the game, and I'm looking forward to it quite a bit. Number 4 is going to be kind of cheating here a bit. You know, I wanted to put some VR titles in here, but I didn't want to like let them take up a couple spots, and I just figured I'd take number 4 and just put a bunch of VR games here. So I put 3 PSVR games that I'm looking forward to the most that are, you know, due for the rest of this year. I put Iron Man VR, The Walking Dead Onslaught, and No Man's Sky VR. Now, No Man's Sky VR isn't really a game. It's going to be like a free patch update, you know, in their No Man's Sky Beyond update. That's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty much taking the whole entire game, putting it into VR, and ultimately from like the press impressions, they say it's going to be pretty good and it feels really good to play. Walking Dead Onslaught, you know, that's like one of the only shows I watch on TV. I'm not much of a TV guy, and just it seems like they're giving the Walking Dead IP to a really good VR developer, Survios, who, you know, have made really good VR games in the past, like Creed and Raw Data. So yeah, we've even seen like E3 impressions and some gameplay coming out, and the game looks really promising and looks right up my alley. I'm looking forward to playing that. And Iron Man VR was the game that kind of looked really bad when they first showed it, and it looked kind of mobily, and it just didn't have the greatest like first impressions, but from everything that we've heard about the game ever since, you know, with the press playing it, and ultimately how it's supposed to be like a full 8 to 10 hours game, it's not on rails. Like, you have a lot more control than you really originally think about, and you have, you know, upgrades and stuff with Iron Man. It just sounds so dope, and yeah, that's definitely one of my most anticipated VR titles. So yeah, number 4, Iron Man VR, The Walking Dead Onslaught, and No Man's Sky VR. Yeah, all 3 of those games are like my most anticipated VR games at the moment, and yeah, just in games in general, they're pretty high up there. So yeah, number 4 goes to all 3 of those. Number 3 is just kind of like a safe pick because I know I'm going to have a blast when this game comes out. And funnily enough, I actually didn't like the original game when it first played it. That's Doom Eternal. Now, Doom is a game that I didn't really like the 2016 version. It felt very flat. It just didn't really interest me that much when I first played it, but when I gave it like a second chance and I really got into it, man, it like kind of clicked for me, and just a game to play for fun ultimately. I feel like a lot of games try to tackle all this stuff and try to do like so many different mechanics. Doom just focuses on the gameplay from, you know, running around and just the minute-to-minute gameplay, and it does it so well. Always so entertaining, and just, yeah, 60 FPS, the gore. It's just, you know, Doom if you played it, why you play Doom. And Doom Eternal looks to be taking that kind of everything we loved from 2016 and making it, you know, bigger and better, not to like be cliche or anything, but yeah, it looks generally better than the past one, and it looks like it's going in bigger scope, and looking forward to playing it. It was the highlight from, you know, Bethesda's E3 press conference for sure. Looks like they're going to be doing some cool stuff to multiplayer as they're developing it in-house, and ultimately, of course, the campaign will be cool as always with all the batshit crazy enemies and guns that you get across the campaign, and just to know you're going to have a blast with this game in November, so I'm looking forward to playing that. Yeah, easy safe pick for number 3. Number 2, I put Link's Awakening. Now, of course, this is like a remake. I never played the original. This is actually going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch on September 20th, you know, amidst all those September releases, like what? Yeah, there's a lot of games coming out in September, like Borderlands 3 and you know, DLC for Monster Hunter alongside a bunch of Nintendo releases and stuff. Yeah, Link's Awakening is like dead right in the middle of all that, and I'm looking forward to playing it quite a bit. Link's Awakening is definitely the 2D Zelda game that I've been wanting to play on my Switch. You know, we got Breath of the Wild in 2017, and yeah, you kind of heard a cry that you want like a 2D Zelda game on the Switch, and they're doing that, and it's coming quite soon. That was definitely one of the biggest surprises E3 was that Link's Awakening's coming quite soon here. And yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it quite a bit. You know, it's nothing that's going to be so big on scale or anything. I just know I'm going to have a really fun Zelda game to play. I've played Link Between Worlds, which is like the only 2D Zelda game I've really played. I'm playing that currently on the 3DS. And yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that on the Switch once it comes out in September. Should be a nice fun release. And yeah, I'm looking forward to playing what everyone says is one of the most weirdest Zelda games out there, and also one of the best. So yeah, can't wait to play that in September. Gonna be fun. You know, number one, I'm not gonna like fake it to you. I'm not really the most intrigued and convinced on the gameplay part of things right now, because I just can't fake that excitement right now, honestly. But yeah, Death Stranding, ultimately, in terms of everything else in the game, it intrigues me quite a bit, and is easily the game I'm looking forward to getting my hands on the most later this year. Especially as someone that hasn't really played the Metal Gear Solid games, yeah, I know that's something that I'm hoping to fix here. Just time's an issue, honestly, and trying to get out the PS3 and stuff. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid is a game that is like one of the biggest series blind spots I have in my past, but yeah, Death Stranding, ultimately for Kojima, looking forward to playing it quite a bit. Coming out this year, that was a big shock to many. Everyone always memes that Death Stranding is the PS5 title. No, it's actually one of the sooner ones coming out later this year. Kind of funny how that all works out in the end. Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking forward to seeing what this journey ends, like what the hell this game's about. Like, we've gotten quite a bit of details at this point where I'm starting to put the pieces back together. We got the general kind of, you know, scope of what you're trying to do here in this game, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how it works out. Just, you know, trying not to get seen and just navigating through this post-apocalyptic kind of world that's just gone to shit, and just the whole concept of dying is not the end, and this other world that's out there that's connected to like the World War II settings is very interesting, and looking forward to finally seeing what this game comes out to be, and just everything that it's promising with this whole interconnected story. I hope it lands and hits, and looking forward to playing it quite a bit here in November. Yeah, definitely the game I'm most intrigued about for sure, and looking forward to playing it. Death Stranding is definitely going to be one of the weirdest, strangest drops of this year and easily of the generation. So yeah, Death Stranding is going to be a cool event, and I'm looking forward to seeing what comes out of it. So yeah, I guess those are my 5 games, maybe 8 games if you count the number 4 slot. Yeah, all those games I'm looking forward to quite a bit. Again, like there's some, you know, honorable mentions that I could even list that didn't make this list that weren't even in my honorable mentions, like Borderlands 3 I didn't even mention, Fire Emblem. Ultimately, there's a lot of cool games coming out later this year, and I'm looking forward to playing a lot of them. So yeah, of course my list isn't canon, it's just all out of my personal opinion at the end of the day. Make sure to, you know, leave your list in the comments down below. That's what they're there for. Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading your guys' list and seeing what you guys are looking forward to. Again, I've been online. We got what? We're about a little over halfway through the year, and we got some cool releases to look forward to. Definitely, I'd say it's looking like it's gonna, you know, meet the first half possibly. It's definitely looking like there's some cool, sweet titles up ahead, and looking forward to playing them. So yeah, again, I've been online. Make sure to enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Make sure to subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all my future content on the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone.